Hello everybody, this is Jill with Greenwood Girl Cards, and I want to welcome you to another episode of Saturday Morning Makes. Today I went into my vault and explored some stamps that I've had for many years. I'm trying to do a better job of picking my stamps for the following week on the weekend, right after I upload my Saturday Morning Makes on Saturday morning. I try and pick my stamps for the following week that same day, and that gives me a chance to do a few little things during the week. Usually some die cutting and stamping and getting prepped to make things Saturday morning. I ended up doing some creating on Friday night, but I want to show you what I was working with. I chose this stamp set. It's called Sewing Box Hugs. And this is a set from a company that is no longer in business called Waltzing Mouse Stamps, and many of you may be familiar with it. Claire Brennan was the concept and designer and owner of Waltzing Mouse Stamps for many years, and then when she closed, she went on to work for Gina K Designs for a long time too. And I believe now she's not working for anybody, I'm not sure. But I love her stamps, and I have many of the sets that she created over the years, and this is one of my very favorite sets. I will never, ever get rid of this set, nor will I get rid of the other one that she created called Sewing Box Christmas. And this one has a mitten, and I'm sorry, it's on a darker cardstock, so it's a little bit hard to see, but it has all these different Christmas icons in it. And what I love about these sets is that they have a blanket stitch to them. And as you know, I love anything that's homespun, and I just really enjoy kind of prim style things. So these stamp sets are two of my very favorites, and they get a lot of love from me. You can see by all the staining on the Christmas ones especially. So I'm going to show you today projects that I made with those two sets. And to start with, I made what I like to call an embellishment card. And so this one uses the mitten from Sewing Box Christmas and the star from Sewing Box Hugs. Is that what it's called? Oh my gosh. Yeah, Sewing Box Hugs and Sewing Box Christmas. So I love layering these. So you're literally paper piecing them with two different papers. And this is an old October afternoon paper, and then just some gingham. And I did add some buttons. I especially like these little brown flower style buttons on the mittens. But what this is essentially is these are popped up on some pop dots. And I glue the release paper to the card base so that if someone wants to pull this off and use it, they can. And it'll have pop dots all ready to go, because the release paper is what's glued. So when you pull it up, it'll pull off, and you can use it as an embellishment on a project of your own, or maybe to decorate Happy Mail with, or on a tag that you're making. So I call these embellishment cards, and it's just a card. And I will probably line this one and put some pretty paper on the inside. I haven't done that yet. I ran out of time this morning, but I just wanted to show you what you can do as far as mailing a card but having it have embellishments. So this was just an idea. And then I also made a couple Christmas tags using the house stamp. And this is just such a fun stamp to play with. I paper pieced it in two different colors of paper, and it looks like there's a little piece of purple there. And then I added some buttons for the little door, like a wreath on the door sort of for Christmas. And then I just put some twine on, and then I used my red velvet ribbon and a button to tie it. And then this particular tag back is an Irala Miha Shop Christmas tag printable that comes with 6 Christmas tags per sheet. And I use these a lot to hold different things and to give Christmas gifts. So that's what I used on this one as well as this one. So this is another one of the Irala Miha Shop tags from that same printable. And then this one I paper pieced in green and red gingham, and then I colored another piece of paper that I had with a light brown color. So I was trying to just pick up the colors in these two Christmas tags. So those are the 3 projects that I did that were Christmas related. And again, I started these earlier in the week and kind of worked on them in the evenings a little bit here and there as I had time. So those are the Christmas ones. And then I have a bunch of other things to share. with you. And I needed a card to welcome someone to the neighborhood. And again, I love using this little house as a way to welcome people when they move into the neighborhood. And so I created a tree with some buttons and a little bush over here. And I put a little button on the door, like a wreath. And I used 3 white buttons to create smoke coming out of the chimney. And then this is one of the sentiments from Sewing Box Hugs. It says Home Sweet Home. And this is that stem that you can use as a flower stem or as a road. And I did it as a road for the house to be kind of sitting on, or land, however you want to look at it. So, and then this beautiful 6-block print is a paper from Iralamiha shop. And then I just used kind of a French script paper that I had in my stash for the background. And then this is the inside. And I don't know if you can see it, but I did edge all of the papers with my scissor. And for those of you that don't know what I mean by that, I like to make kind of shabby projects. And so I will often just use the edge of my scissor to rough up the papers to give them a nice edge. And so that's what I did on this card. All of the edges, if you look at them, are roughed up with my scissor. Okay, and it works really well if you use a tiny pair of scissors like this. So like a little pair of embroidery scissors. And the sharp blades work really good for roughing up the cards and the cardstock. So that's what I did with this card. And I think it turned out so cute. And then I'm hoping to give the neighbors a potted plant or something when I bring the card over. So I also made a matching tag. And this is just some trim that I had from a Michaels pack. This tag, these half-pint mason jars, is a set of printables from Iralamiha shop also. And then this paper here is also an Iralamiha shop paper. So this I just kind of did to sort of match. It's not a perfect replica, but it's close. And again, I love that little house. And then I was kind of on a roll, and I kept making things, you guys. So I have a bunch of other things to show. Here's one that's a blue house, which is my favorite color because that's the color of my house. And I used this beautiful seam binding that I got from Paper Sweeties, where I used to be a creative designer. And I love this robin egg blue color. And it went really well with the house. And then this beautiful white lace trim on here. I was admiring the trim that Susan used in the Happy Mail package that she sent me. And I didn't have any scalloped trim in my stash. I looked through and just couldn't find any. And I was able to find this on Amazon. And it's a 1.8 centimeter and a 1.3 centimeter lace trim, and it's 15 yards and of each of these. And I think it was like $10 or something. It wasn't very much money. So you're getting, I think you're getting 30 yards of trim, but this is one of them. And then this is my favorite one because it's a little bit smaller. Let's see if I can hold this up and show you. So there's this one. And I just think they're so cute. So I was really excited to get those this week, and I've already started using them. It's nice to have white lace for summertime projects. So I was excited to find that on Amazon. And so I did this little house in blue. And again, this is that same half-pint jar printable from Iralamiha shop. And I will try and link all of the printables that I used. If they're still available in her store, I will try and link them down below. I'll definitely link her shop, and you can go and look through what she has. Here's a little greenhouse on the tag that has the green gingham lid, and then it has this beautiful floral rose print. And these are just different papers that I had. A lot of these were scraps where I just had little pieces left. So you can see where I paper pieced some green gingham for parts of it. And then I used a floral paper. So I love this green one. And then this is just some trim that I had that is kind of like a jute twine, but in a ribbon form. And then I just tied a button onto the tag. So I love these little house tags. I think these turned out so cute. It almost looks like the 3 little pigs, each have a different house. And then I think I told you there's a little bird in there, and so this is a tag made with the little bird. I did paper piece the wing twice so that I could have one of the wings up at an angle and have it pop up. And then I added a little pink button from my stash, and then the same jute trim, if you will, and then with that, this robin egg trim from Paper Sweeties. That's the seam binding trim. So I love this little bird. It's just such a cute image. And it's fun to, you know, you can pop up the different layers so that they really do stand up. And on all of these, I made them so that they're removable and they can be used by the recipient to put on a package or something. So there's a little bird tag. And then I did another little bird tag like this, and on this one I haven't put a button on it yet. I think it needs like a brighter color button, but I did do some where I put buttons on the wing. But this is just a really simple tag with a button on the tie up at the top. So, and this again is that same printable, just shrunk to a tinier size. So these two are smaller, obviously. And then, let me move this up a little bit. And then I did one with a flower. So here's a polka dot tag, same printable, but smaller size. And I did one of the flowers with 2 leaves. And I just put a button in the center. So think how cute that would be to use on a package or to give a little plate of cookies or something and just write a little note to someone on there. So I might make more of these just to have, because I think they turned out so cute. And then I made a bunch more of the embellishment cards, and I finished embellishing them this morning. I just added some buttons and stuff to the wings. But this one uses an Irala Miha Shop printable that is, these are actual like button cards that you can print out. And I printed them to fit on an A2 size card. And then I did 2 birds and 2 flowers on this one. And you can see I used all different ginghams. I used a turquoise, a yellow, green, and pink. And I thought that went really well with this particular button card. So very, very simple. And again, these are made so that you can pull them off and use them on a project. Here's one which would be a really cute baby card, I think. And this one just has 4 little birds. And again, I popped up the wings twice and then I added a button. And on these buttons, I actually tied them with the twine through. So I just think this one turned out so cute. And this particular button card does have 4 quadrants. So you can see the different 4 squares of color. And it kind of reminds me of a quilt in that respect. So I just think these turned out so cute. Oh my goodness. I could make these all day, you guys. Whoops, that one's upside down. So here's another one. It says superior quality buttons. And then these ones are flowers. And you can see the 2 different size flowers. And on these ones, I made the leaves out of green gingham. And I colored the centers with a Copic marker. I just colored them yellow, but you could also put buttons in the centers. But I thought I'd show you what it looks like to not do buttons on this one. I may add them later. I haven't decided yet, but I kind of like the bright yellow centers. I think it's really pretty. So there's that one. And then I have one last card to share. This one uses the beautiful Prim Hearts that are in that Sewing Box Hug set. And I just layered them up, 2 green polka dot and a pink one with a small green polka dot in the middle. And it says Homespun Hugs. And I just layered 2 different color, a pink and white gingham and then kind of a plaid that's a light green. And then this was a card, some cards that I got many years ago that are not in a heavyweight cardstock. They're really lightweight and they're not thick enough for me to use as a card. So I cut one down to make it into the inside of the card, and I let the scallop edge that it had on it peek out. And so I really like the way this adds to this card and makes it look more dainty and feminine. So I thought this was really sweet to send somebody some hugs. So those are all of my projects for Saturday Morning Makes. Lots of different things that I did all in one fell swoop, if you will. But over the course of a week, because I did start a lot of these and work on them during the evenings. And I especially had fun doing a few Christmas projects. so that I will have some Christmas stuff made in time this winter as winter approaches. Of course, we're just heading into summer, spring and summer right now, but Christmas has a way of creeping up on me and I can't get everything done. So that's everything I wanted to share for you with Saturday Morning Makes. I hope that you guys will join in. I so love visiting everybody's channels and seeing what everybody is cooking up each week. We've had some more new people join us. I will try and link the new people down below so that you can visit them and subscribe to their channels. Some of them are fairly new to YouTube also, and they're just getting their channels going. So let's reach out and support the people that are new and bring them into this lovely community. I want to thank all of you that join every week, especially. I love seeing everybody's projects. So Patty and Sue and Kelly and Elise and Tina and Felicia, Tina, who's telling thank you, and Tina Crafty Bean, Gigi, Jana, Megan W. And then there's a couple new people, Lisa. I'm not going to be able to remember everybody. So just know that I so appreciate everybody joining in, and it's really making the weekends fun for me, and taking my mind off hard stuff, which we all have right now with COVID, with everything going on. Lots of people sick right now and struggling, and my heart just goes out to everybody. So a special shout out to my friend Kat and to Tina and anyone else who's struggling health-wise. Just know that my thoughts and prayers are with you all. All right, I gotta run. You guys have a wonderful Saturday, and I can't wait to see what everybody uploads today and tomorrow. And don't forget to put that hashtag #SatMornMakes on there so that we can find it. All right, bye now.